What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri zone, and we beat Inter 4-3. It's unbelievable. I called it the entire week. I did about 10 previews, I think, and I kept saying we're gonna win because I was confident we're gonna win. And we did. We did it in the most insane fashion imaginable. like you couldn't write that script. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. Did we deserve that win based on the game we played? Absolutely not. But all week we've all been saying, forget about the performance. Really, it's about getting that win. We are missing a lot of players, key players. We need to play a lot of players out of position. That is definitely not going to help us. It didn't help us, but at the end of the day, players stepped up. They stepped up despite, I thought, Tudor making certain mistakes and making the subs a bit too late. At the end of the day, the subs did their job and we beat Inter 4-3. So before we get into it, smash the like button. Let's get for the record of likes. Let's push to at least, should be easy, 400 likes. Actually, that should be very easy. So break the record on this channel. Click the like button right now. 400 likes, because this is massive. Beating Inter is always massive. Beating Inter 4-3 with the type of game we played is also key. It's key because we need to be honest, we weren't good. At one point, Inter had 400 passes, almost 400 passes more than us on the game. They were dominating us. They were dominating us in possession, and we struggled naturally because I cannot really blame Kalulu or McKennie in those positions. They cannot push up. It's very difficult for Yildiz. It was on his own. There were no overlapping. Kalulu doesn't do that. McKennie doesn't do that. It's very difficult to play like that. And we knew that into the game, like going into that game. Colt Miners, he should be good in that position. He was bad in that position, but we knew that he shouldn't be playing that position, if not in Locatelli's position, because that's the only way we're going to see a decent goal miner. So we start that game with difficulties from that perspective. But all week I've been saying, I don't care. Start that game with a good attitude at least. And to be honest, it's not that we gave up a lot of chances, nor did Inter. It's just the conversion rate is insane today. The conversion rate is insane. The first goal, quality from Locatelli, quality from Bremer, and absolutely quality from Kelly, because that is extremely difficult. Like 9 out of 10 times that goes extremely wide, or you just fluff it. He placed it perfectly, 1-0, and that's a great start. And then you can see, a goal that it's avoidable. Too much space for Conceição, for Çalhanoğlu on the edge of the box. 1-1, and we kind of struggled, with keeping the ball, but not that much. Inter had the ball. We just struggled to find some outlets. We played too much through the middle because of the players we were lacking, and it becomes difficult. But that's what I've always said. In these games, we need players like Yildiz to step up. I did a video on that this week, if everyone knows that. I said, I need you to step up. We need the best player on their team to step up to the plate, and he did that. That goal was insane. Like, the cleanness of that strike was insane, and that is amazing. 2-1, and you're like, okay, breathe, calm down, regroup in the second half. And the second half, we were getting dominated. Let's be completely honest. The subs should have come on early. In the end, we won that game, but if you watch that game, I think everybody was like, where are the subs? Somebody needs to keep hold of the ball. We need to try to stretch Inter, because it was way too easy for them. Colt Miners was not in the game. McKennie was a bit off with the passing. It was becoming extremely difficult. Vlahovic was struggling. It was just, Yildiz, do something. It's impossible. And you can see that goal from Çalhanoğlu, again, way too much time on the box. That is a massive issue, and we'll talk about that. And then you can see a corner, too easy, because he was extremely free. Like, there was no, there was nobody touching him. He just headed it in. And yeah, at that point, it's deserved, And if Inter at the end won that game, would anyone really, like, let's be completely honest. But again, the game is not over. We get that free kick. Thuram, great header, great, and actually excellent game from Thuram. Again, he played extremely well. 3-3, and I was like, the moment we scored that goal, they were celebrating all good. I was like, pick up that ball. We need to win. You need to win today, despite the difficulties of the players missing and the game, how it was going. We needed to win that game. So keep going. That is, like, if we drew that game, the only thing would be like, oof, how did we actually not lose that game? But the thought process for me was, we need to win this game. If it's not now, when are we going to beat those teams again, on a consistent basis? We need a statement despite difficulties. And Adzic, Man, I remember when he come on, and when you're on social media, I think a lot of people was like, Asic now, or Cabal, for example, I forgot he was out there, that he was actually called up, to be honest. Adzic is a player, and we keep saying that goal was ridiculous. That's a like he can strike the ball, very good, and he plays with confidence. Is it clean all the time? No, but it's impossible because he's not been playing that much first team football. Actually, none. So he's gonna make mistakes. It's okay. It's normal. I'd rather watch him make mistakes in that area than Colt Miners, who shouldn't be making those mistakes on a consistent basis. So give him a shot. He deserves a shot, and that goal was insane. Like, it's absolutely insane. The quality on the ball striking, the way he strikes that ball is just mind-boggling. It's ridiculous. Like, all the goals today were, the headers, but like there were quality goals from both sides. Like, on that, no discussion. So I mean, unbelievable. Like I said, smash the like button. 4-3. We needed this win, and we got that win in some way or shape or form. I actually have no idea. Probably tomorrow, live show, and so you rewatch that game, or I rewatched that game because it was going too many things were happening, so you couldn't really analyze all that much at the same time. So for me, it's just a win, and we needed that win. We needed this win massively. It's Inter. You need to beat Inter. I don't care how you beat Inter. I don't care, because on the day, on the play, we were not the better team on the play, and that is a working point. Yes, we were missing players, but it was a bit too negative at times. You were just inviting the pressure, and at one point, you're gonna break you because you're playing a quality team. You're playing a team that has great technique, and you see that from that goal. They don't need a lot of space to convert, nor do we, because we have the players, obviously, but nor does Inter. And that was the frustrating part. It was like, be braver. And yeah, he put in Joao Mario and Openda, but that was after going down. I was like, that should have been done earlier, because I think we would have won that game earlier. If we put some more pressure on Inter, I don't think they would have dominated that much and would have had those opportunities to get on that 3-2. But like I said, we won. Analyzing the game is probably for tomorrow. Going into details, building up to Dortmund. Right now, it's just you beat Inter, you always take that. You beat Inter, you always take that to the bank, no matter what. You enjoy that the entire weekend, and on Monday, it's Dortmund focus. But for now, yes, there were negatives that can be fixed because if they're back, we play differently and we have different options. That's one. But also negatives in certain approaches, etc. But I think the attitude, the mindset was very important. We never gave up. We absolutely never gave up. And we were beaten down with the score and the performance in that second half. But for some reason, we stood up, we got the confidence, and we won. And that's the only thing that matters today. 3 points, and now you move on. That's it. So smash the like button. Like I said, 400 likes. Come on, do it. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow twice for a daily and a live show. Ciao.